about 9:15 in the morning, and instead of Joe Wicks this morning, because it's so hot, we thought we'd get a walk in instead and come out while it's a little bit cooler. That said, it's already 24 degrees and we're boiling. I'm also filming on my iPhone, so I'm trying to talk loudly, and I will turn up the sound so you can hear me. We're just coming through the opposite end. Sorry, noisy lorry. We're coming through the opposite end of the village to where we live. So it's like the bottom end of the village. And we're about to cross the motorway and then come back up a very steep hill and head home. We're only going to do a half day of school today. Right, we're back from our walk. We decided to go for a walk just because it was so hot. We didn't fancy jumping about in the living room, and we were aching a bit after yesterday's session as well. But I do regret it a bit. We did almost 5k and it took about an hour, and it was a lovely walk. But I feel more weary than energised. And usually after Joe Wicks, like 20 minutes of a HIIT workout, we feel really energised afterwards. So I think we'll stick to what we know for the next couple of days. We're going to try and do a half day school today. And just get as much done as we can before midday, and then have the rest of the day off because it's going to be miserably hot. Dan's just off to the supermarket because we're going to pick a few bits up well in advance of the bank holiday weekend, because it's another bank holiday in the UK this weekend. Monday is a bank holiday, so it's an extended weekend and it's going to be hot and sunny. So we'll get out and get our stuff now so we don't have to venture out during that sort of busy time. Right, I'm going to go and persuade Phoebe to get on with some maths. My tripod is so broken. One of the legs isn't working properly and something's fallen out the middle of it, so I think you might be a bit wonky. Right, I'm just checking in. I'm in my bedroom and it is so hot. In the afternoon the sun comes round to the front of the house, which means the back of the house is wonderfully cool. We get lots of shade sitting in the garden, but it does mean the bedrooms at the front get very, very warm. Anyway, it's the only quiet place in the house. If I'm talking funny, it's because that ulcer on my tongue is still really bothering me. It's really, really sore. It hurts to say sore. I've just been sewing. So I decided that I was going to sew 2 of the unfinished bags that I found in my box of unfinished treasures that I shared the other day. One of which I didn't know what it was going to be when it was finished, so I thought I would do a reveal now. But before I do, I just wanted to say a huge thank you to all of you who have been liking and commenting and interacting with these videos. I am so sorry, I've got so behind on like going through the comments and trying to respond. I just can't keep up at the moment, but I am reading every single comment, and me and Dan talk about the comments, and I say, oh, so and so said yesterday on the in the comments this, or I'll explain something to the kids that you've said, or we'll take on board things that you're saying. So it's become part, like you have become part of our lives, because we're kind of discussing what you're saying, and Dan always pops in and reads the comments as well. So thank you so much to everybody, and I'm sorry that I can't reply to everybody. I'm just trying to think off the top of my head if there were any questions. I know there were, but I haven't got my notebook with me. I know someone said, how are you managing the stress of everything that's going on with Dan's job and the redundancy with the girls? And the truth is, I think we're just being honest with them. They know what's going on. We've explained the process. We haven't told them the darker details and things like that, but they have a basic understanding of what redundancy means and all of that business. So I think in any situation like this is to be factual and honest without being dramatic, and that seems to work. And of course they have their concerns. Lilia less so, because of she's 14 and her main concern is her friends and her boyfriend. But you know, Phoebe obviously has a lot to take on board at the moment, but she's handling it well. So thank you for asking. Shall I get on with the reveal of the bags? Okay, so the one that was already all pinned together and all that I had to do was literally sew the lining to the outer bag was this one. And it turns out there was a little bunny rabbit on it. So it's a little boxed bottom bag. There's handles, but there's no zip or closure or anything. I suppose I could get a little snap to put there, couldn't I? One of those little plastic snapping things that make the really satisfying noise. But yeah, there was a little felt bunny which I have just stitched with a running stitch onto the front there. And I know that this is a woolen suit fabric. I use this quite a lot for the bottom of bags. And this is an organic cotton gingham that I had ages ago. So all I need to do now is sew up the lining. But I may first put on a little snap. And I'm not sure whether to top stitch around the top. I could top stitch into the white line of that pinstripe, so you wouldn't even see it. So I might go ahead and do that, or I might not bother, which is probably going to be the latter, let's face it. So, and then I had another one that was all cut out and ready to go, so I sewed that one up as well. I haven't done a very good job on the handles looking at it, and yeah, but this is the second one. It was the one with the daisy on. Whoop. It's the same, exactly the same design, same lining, same outer fabric, but with a daisy on instead of the bunny. So now I've got my 2 dodgy bags. Made them in about 5 minutes because all the hard work had been done by past me. So it was like a gift to the future me. So I've got 2 dodgy bags for the dodgy bag now without hardly having to do a thing. Very pleased. I've got to do a bit of tidying in here in our bedroom. I've got a load of clothes to put away and some sewing stuff to put away as well from where I was doing a bit of filming for a tutorial earlier. I'm not sure when that will be done. I'm just going to keep filming when I can, and then when I've got it all together I'll edit it and put it up. So look out for that soon. Right, it is now about 5:20. I did about 4 hours work in the end earlier, so I'm done and dusted there, and we'll be coming out for dinner time soon. And it's Wednesday, and I think I'm going to have a glass of wine tonight, a very cold glass of wine. In fact, I might go and make some ice cubes for the next few days. This just arrived from Amazon. Now it may look like a very boring order, but it is a pack of 10 exercise books. So basically when Phoebe came home, when the schools closed, she brought all of her exercise books home, but she's filled them all. So I thought, oh, I'll order some. It was only £6 for 10, and they'll always use them over the school years. And Phoebe's already nabbed one just to keep secret notes in. But I just wanted to show you, because who remembers how lovely it is to have that first page of a brand new, clean exercise book. Oh, I'm actually tempted to keep one for me just so I can write in it. I love a new exercise book.